Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video of the series where we'll be learning about where we'll be building logics by solving various math problems using PHP. So in this video we'll be talking about how do we print out all of the Fibonacci series from some starting point to ending point. So basically, what is Fibonacci series? Let us discuss about Fibonacci series first. So let me just create a new file here, called it Fibonacci.php. So what is Fibonacci? Fibonacci starts with 1, and these are the first two numbers of Fibonacci. 1. Somebody calls it 1 and 2, but generally what I believe is Fibonacci starts with two ones. So 1 and 1. So we add these two, and so the next number is the sum of previous two numbers. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3, and 3 plus 2 is 5, and 5 plus 3 is 8, and 8 plus 5 is 13. So this series is known as Fibonacci series, which can go very long, which can go forever. So it is an infinite series that goes forever, and we would like to use PHP to print out this series. So let's see how we can do that. So let's start PHP first. So we know the two numbers that starts that begins in the Fibonacci series is 1 and 1. So what we can do is, I just want to create two variables, though both of the variable contains same number. I just want to create I, which is equals to 1. I also want to create a variable j, which also has 1. So we have the first two numbers of Fibonacci series. Now what we want to do is, we want to print out all of the Fibonacci series numbers of Fibonacci series that is between 1 and 100. So print out all numbers of Fibonacci series starting from 1 to 200. This is what we want to do. So let's see. So we have I, we have j. Now what we need to do is, while, let me just use while. You can use any loop, and this could not be the most efficient way. There could be 100 of ways to solve this problem, but let us see how we can do this. I'll just create a variable s. Let's say let's not do this. Let me just find out the third number. So s is equal to, let's say, $I plus $j. So this is for the first this is for like printing finding out the third number. But we cannot just print out the third number. We need to check if the third number is, or the first number or second number. We know for sure these two numbers are less than 100. But from here, what we want to do is, we want to see if this number is less than 100, and only if this number is less than 100 we would like to print this. So what we can do is, we can see while s is less than or equals to 100. So before getting the loop, it always checks for the value of s, and if the value of s is less than 100, then it gets inside the loop. Okay, we would like to echo $s, and that will not solve the problem. That will just print out 1 plus 1, 2 forever. So we want something to increase, decrease, or to shift the number from 1, 1 to 1 and 2. So what we want to do is, since we already know that the Fibonacci series is 1, 1, 2, 3, and 5, and 8, and 13, and 21. What else? It's 33. Yes, 33. 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 34. So, and so on. So this is the Fibonacci series. So what I'm trying to do is, so this is I and this is j. So in order to find out 2, what I have done is, I have created a variable s and added I and j, which is 1 and 1. So I've got 3. I've got 2. So I need to check if 2 is less than 100. If it is, then I print out 2. Now what I want to do is I want to move this second number to I, and the sum, which is the S, to J, and again find out the sum of I and J. So what I basically do is, after printing out S, I have finished the role of S. Actually, the work of S is done, and the work of I and J is also done. But inside here, this is the sum, so I print out 2. But I also need to print out 1 and 1. So for 1 and 1, I can do is echo $I and echo $J. So basically what we have done is we have printed out 1, we have printed out 1 again, we have calculated S, which is 1 plus 1, 2, and we have checked if 2 is less than or equals to 100 and printed out 2. Now I want to move this value 2 to J and move this value 1 to I. So after printing out the sum, which is 2, I want to set I equals to $J. The value of J should be moved to I, and value of S should be moved to J. And again I would calculate $S equals to $I plus $J. So I think this should work. I would just like to add line break for after each echo. So here we have, and finally here. I'm not sure if this works, but let's see. I hope this works. Fibonacci.php. So we have the domain maths.taste, and instead of even and odd, I just need to write Fibonacci. So 1, 1, 2, 2 plus 3 is 5. Yes, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 8 plus 5 is 13, 13 plus 8 is 21, and 89. But 89 plus 50 is more than 100, so it does not print out the remaining. So if I change this to 500, now let's analyze. We should be getting more numbers, see? But the more you increase the number, the lesser result you get, because the numbers are increasing. The sum of the previous two numbers are getting higher and higher. So even though if you move to 1000, you will be getting only a few numbers here. Let's see. 1000 will give you maybe a 1 or 2 numbers extra. Yes, 2 numbers of extra numbers. So even if you make 10,000, you will get few numbers like 5 to 10 numbers extra. So this is what Fibonacci series is about. Let's now analyze what we've done. So first of all, this is I, this is J. So we have calculated the sum, which is 2, I plus J. So now in order to calculate 3, I should be 1 and J should be 2. So S will be 1 plus 2, that is 3. So what we have done, the main thing is this. What we have done is, after printing out the sum, we are shifting the value of I to right. So previously I was here, but now I have moved I over here. And in order to do that, we have assigned the value of J to I. So previously what was in J, now it is in I. And we have assigned, this is the sum that we calculated. Whatever was in the sum, we assign that to J. So we have moved I and J one step right. So I becomes 1, J becomes 2. Now the sum would be the sum of I and J. That's what we have done. So we have printed out the sum, that is 3. We have calculated the sum, that is 3. But the calculation is not sufficient. Now we have to check if the sum is less than or equals to 100, because we don't want to print any number that exceeds the value 100. So before printing out this sum over here, what we have done is we have checked if the value of the sum is less than or equals to 100. So if it is less, then we print it out and print a line break, and again move the value of I and J to one step right. I equals to J and J equals to sum. So whatever was in I now is in, whatever was in J is now in I, whatever was in S is now in J, and we have found the new S. So this is how we can print out the Fibonacci series. And if you have any efficient way, better way, you can share in the comment, and I would really appreciate. And let's talk about prime numbers in coming videos. I hope you like the videos. If you have any confusions, you can comment, and I'll also share these codes in GitHub, and I'll share the link of the GitHub in the description, so you can practice on your own. I hope you like the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.